come and see, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I suffer real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions, daily manifesting on my premonitions. Better keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on the mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You and Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You and Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debate. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. Up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.
Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Check. No. Here we go. Get off the field.
Get hot!
They'll run on first down. Parnell, and he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go!
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for the Eagles. 46 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd and short yardage. Bridgewater. And he finds Cook. He's got daylight. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here we go.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7.
Eagles 14, Vikings 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, it's complete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah,
they?
when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
That's track. Go. Wide motion. 56 the mark, boys. Go.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right. 56 is the mark. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Bridgewater, his throw incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
he wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And this is Cook with the ground. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now Parkey for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down now, Parnell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
There we go. Nice play, baby.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Brandon Cooks, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Bridgewater got his man complete over the middle. It's Ballard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears. 21. Eleven.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo, as his guys have now moved out in front. A 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? And he said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
They run. Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Cook. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Watch twist. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, pick your game up.
First down, Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Ballard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
56. Watch the run. 56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Yo.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 19 yards away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards as they have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. 78 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Parkey with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 35-35. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's Bradley Pena now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 56. Mike, 56. 56. Hey. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 56.
Bridgewater now from the 50. He's going to go for a big play down into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
It's your time, baby. We need our part.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Strip that ball.
Bridgewater now. And that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check, 56. Check. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Bridgewater. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go. Shoot. 13.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
21.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
21.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 37-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, they had that one snipped out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. You can't block me.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 25 on second down, Bridgewater, and Diggs has it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Exit. Yeah. Motion out of the backfield.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down and 4, Bridgewater nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Garoppolo now. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here we go. 21. Flag! Hey, Charlie!
From the 38, Garoppolo. This caught by the tight end Cross. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Garoppolo, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got Fuller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 28 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Garoppolo now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Vikings 35-yard line.
Here we go. Like 20. Here we go.
53 for Mike. 53.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a give right side. Parnell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Temptation there certainly to go for this, but I think you have to kick it, right?
The temptation coming from the fantasy owners, right? I mean, there are some that are going to want to kick it because they may have that kicker, but overall get more yardage, maybe a chance for a touchdown. But no, absolutely not. Run that field goal kicker out there. Kick it. You've got to take the chance to take the lead right now. You don't want to put it back on your defense.
What a tough spot to miss a kick. Just an absolute letdown.
Look, they got themselves in the field goal range, gave them a chance to take the lead. They come up empty, and now you wonder, will their offense ever see the football again?
Yeah, because on the other side, one through the post, and this thing could be over. A big play there out of Cook. 45 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That good for 19 and a first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook taking it in as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield,
he's got a man complete. It's a gain of 34.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cross. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here, because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. From the 22, Bridgewater. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 56. They're going to need some therapy after this. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Let it go.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.